Breakups are a shared human experience and one of the most gut-wrenching things that a majority of people will have to go through at some point in their life. I already know some of y'all suffer from NBD, no disease. And for those that have it, you're lucky enough to never have to deal with this level of pain. But regardless if it's from a DM left on scene or your significant other digging in your grandma, it ends with you hugging that pillow at the end of the night. You'd be scrolling through your phone that same night, getting overly slapped in the face with every couple's page you encounter. Whole comment section looking like a unalive yourself hotline. I always imagine these same people leaving them kind of comments, losing their shit and going through it fighting demons every day because they be so lonely. Like, I feel you, gang, but you gotta lock in. I be actually messing with them videos sometimes until I be seeing those depressing comments. But trust, once 12 a.m. hits, I'm gonna be a D1 hater wishing nothing but the worst for y'all couples, plying on y'all actively like one of them YNs. For my people that have experienced dating anybody, you know the real. Whether it's your wife or them 14-day free trial situationships, you be f***ed up about one, or sometimes multiple if you get down like that, people. In the hypothetical situation you successfully hit a shot and bagged yourself a little fine shit, man or woman, whoever's watching, you may vibe with them, then next week you might be kicked up in your bed, feet swinging on the phone, singing lullabies, in matching outfits, feeling like you in a Disney movie and you the main character or something. We've all been there though, and that's really how it be sometimes. Whole time y'all not even together, and that's when the next day, poof, they done gone and ghosted your ass. In rare cases, you'll get a whole lot further. You shoot your shot, a pretty obvious first move. You could be walking through the park, you see the finest of shit, so you gotta lock in and make your move. You can apply this to any situation. School, work, gym, you get the idea. If you want that person to be your little boo, you gotta lock in. And if we talking about DMs, I'm not the right person. You go up to them, introduce yourself. I'm Doodle Bob, nice to meet you, how are you? If they look young, you better ask the age. Don't end up like no damn EDP. Assuming your interaction goes well and the person vibes with you, you ask to hang out sometime. You get the number, and if you didn't get past this stage, go back to the drawing board. Go practice your shots and equip some new gear, then get back out there. Then it's a Q&A from there. You gotta get to know this person. Some of y'all call it a talking stage, but in the end, you trying to figure this person out. See if they a crazy motherfucker like Jeffrey Dahmer, or if they just a chill guy or gal. Now this is all up to you. If you're asking about favorite colors and sizes of things that don't matter, you gonna be in for a rude awakening as time goes on. You better pay attention to all the flags. Green, light green, yellow, red, LGBTQXYZ. Pay attention to them all. Don't sign up for something you ain't ready for. At this point, you're probably going to start building that connection and getting really close to said individual, which will lead to you catching them feelings. You be catching that shit like a cold. It'll have you moving like a whole different person. Your friend's going to be looking at you like, damn bro, you was just depressed last week. What happened? Whole time you geeking inside. Skip ahead a few months or for some a few weeks, and now y'all might be doing all the lovey-dovey shit. Depending on your age, that varies from going on late night dates every week to sleeping on the phone. But if we being real, y'all motherfuckers doing both. Now y'all at the point of sharing locations, sharing wallpapers, and swapping spit. Everything is pure bliss during this time. You be thinking you in a Netflix romance film. Depending on the person, you might be in one of them crazy ass relationships. Sharing accounts and phones. They got your ass in a full-blown lockdown like we back in the pandemic. The arguments start getting serious. Certain things may be said that can't be unsaid. Some unseen things may have gone in someone's mouth. Or y'all just start hating each other. I hate people that can't end shit. When you done with a person, you gotta keep it real. Tell them you done and move on with your life. The first stage of any breakup is denial. They already broke up with you before you even clicked on this video. So if I made you relive your memories, I'm not sorry. In this stage, you be beating down the walls and acting irrationally. As you know, it's two types of people after a breakup. The loose and wild and a future black card gym member. And it really do be like that because you tell yourself you been there, done that, and you don't even need to deal with that again. Whole time, by the end of that week or month, when that post-breakup takeover is done, you back to square one, staring at the ceiling, tears on the walls and everything. Then comes stage 2. You angry as shit, you crashing out, you thinking to yourself, ain't no way they just did what they just did. And because you knew your nosy ass couldn't leave it alone, you had to find some shit out that you shouldn't have found out. Or even worse, they just happier without you and now you double mad. You start pointing the blame everywhere, but let's be honest, it takes two to tango, so you're partially to blame as well. You chose that person, so take that out. Stage 3 got you begging, maybe for your ex back. You might be crawling on your knees. You realize this single shit is not for the weak. December just passed. I know your bed was extra cold, but nah, in all seriousness, you begging yourself. you wishing you had a better outcome. Middle of the day, you could be in the shower, you start thinking about your kids' names and the place y'all planned on moving to, still hoping your dreams could be a reality. That's what got you begging and hoping for a reasonable outcome in the end. But when things die, they not supposed to come back to life. Imagine running away from something, or even worse, something running away from you, and you still gonna chase it or turn back? At this point, you realize you might be cooked. You getting sad, you in stage 4, you depressed, you sad as fuck. You may have gotten into like 1.5 talking stages and had like 3 pep talks with the bros, but that shit is not enough. Some people at this point go down a slippery slope. They start dabbling in all types of medicines and fuels to keep them from ending up sad again. But when all that shit wear off, you still in the same position, hungover and alone. Others be sad, but at least they be crying on the treadmill, or at least while they're cooking or cleaning. You could be sad, but moving around like you just found out you got multiple life sentences post breakup is not the move. Eventually, you will heal. We all do. That's just how it goes. Nobody's perfect. No relationship is perfect. I'm not gonna lie and say like your person is out there, because some of y'all really need to be alone. I mean that shit. But everyone deserves love, and don't let none of this deter you. If you want to find yourself someone special, keep working on you. But in all seriousness, work on yourself. You gonna find a good person eventually that you could be with long term. I know we hit 1,000 subs a little minute ago. I want y'all to know I really do love all of y'all. I hope, like, I'm about to give y'all a kiss, bro. In all seriousness though, that's a lot of people, and I don't know how many of y'all are kids or guys or girls, so take everything I say very literally. But also give yourself time, especially if you never had a relationship. It's really no rush. You're not missing much. Of course, breakups come in many different forms, not just romantic. You could lose a family member, a friend, a puppy, but then the level of the heartbreak and depression you'll have after the fact really depends on how much it meant to you. Now enough with all this sapping. Job's not finished.
In the past, asking for you in the matrix. I give you love, you say it's not enough. The shit you be doing can't even discuss. You know I'm leaving.